folks, it's Mark and Bob from Fire Mountain Outdoors, and what we've got here is a table full of the deuces.
That's right. You know, Bob, everything on here is a 22 pistol, and I love 22 pistols, and we have a pretty complete collection. We've got the stainless steel truck gun here. We have suppressed 22 Ruger Light. That's a great hunting companion. We've got the mouse gun, the AR dedicated 22, also suppressed.
Right.
I've got this beautiful Browning that was my uncle's. This 22 caliber 1911 from GSG that's also equipped to be suppressed.
Right. You got the little Taurus 22 pocket pistol.
Pocket pistol.
Got a 99 Beretta Neos.
Right. There's no reason to have another 22.
There's always another reason for a 22. And good thing LIPSEY'S has something special.
But when we did the LIPSEY'S exclusive 327 single 7 revolver review, that kind of got me hankering for a Ruger Bearcat. And guess what? I had to clear a spot in this collection to make room for this right here, Bob. The Ruger Bearcat Shopkeeper. I saw that and I just had to have it. Couldn't live without it. I just needed it.
Look at it. Of course you had to have it.
It's just a beautiful little gun. So you folks stick around. We're going to show you some first impressions of it, and we're going to go shoot it and have a grand time.
Well, this is the first time that this has been loaded. I'm using the Winchester M22 bulk pack ammo. And you know, with the shortage and unavailability of 22 that still continues, it's getting a little bit better. You kind of got to appreciate the time that this takes to load. It's a brand new gun. This is the first time it's been loaded, and with this Winchester, it's not the copper coated, it's bare lead. I noted that it did take some seating with my thumb to make everything seat so that the cylinder movement was free. My hand almost swallows this little pistol, and while testing it, I did notice that with this Birdshead grip that appealed to me so very much, also introduces potentially a problem for somebody else that has big hands like me, and that is, traditionally and by safety dictation, we keep our booger hook out of the finger guard, out of this trigger guard, until we're on target and we're ready to shoot. The problem with this and my giant hands is that in order to get my finger back in there, I have to shift and move my grip because it is so small. So that's something to be aware of. Conversely, I think that this would be great for teaching a youngster or somebody with small hands that was going to shoot for the very first time. If they had small hands, then they won't have to shift their grip at all to reach the trigger. So that's a good thing. Now we're shooting at 21 feet. I've got some gongs set up. Huh. So now the process of unloading the firearm. And mosquito biting me. So what I found to be a little bit more effective is rotating the cylinder, Bob. Because the Shopkeeper has such a short barrel, the ejector rod doesn't come out far enough to fully eject the brass. So it helps if you rotate it and you catch the case mouth.
So right now I'm going to try some subs through it, and we're going to see how that actually works. So cute.
So far at today's prices, we have saved about $175 in ammo cost because of the uniquely slow nature of loading and unloading a single action revolver.
So we just got done playing with the Ruger Bearcat LIPSEY'S Special Edition Shopkeeper today.
She's a beautiful pistol, Bob, and it's been a little bit of a troublesome afternoon just getting dealing with the ejection issue and stuff, but I still love this pistol. Give me your top 3 things that you like about this pistol, and then the bottom, the 3 that you disliked or would change.
Top 3, first off, I love the looks of it. It is a very handsome looking pistol. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it looks like something that, you know, something Doc Holliday would have back in the Tombstone days. I mean, it's very cool. It's a nice single action. It's beautiful. I love the engraving on it, on the cylinder.
You know, there's a bunch of things that are really cool about it. The engraving on the cylinder, like you talk about, the rounded Birdshead grip, really like that. I like it, the stainless, because we live in the rainy Northwest. This thing's going to end up in wet environments, and you know, I don't have to worry about the bluing wearing off in a holster or rusting. So I love the stainless.
Right.
They also did a really cool thing, you know. Ruger insists on writing read instruction manual on all my guns that I buy from them, and okay, fine. But
I get it.
I get it. But they tuck that underneath over here, which I like. Thank you. I'll look at the bottom of the gun and then read the instruction manual, so I like that.
Right. I do also like, you know, I like the way that it just feels in the hand. You know, we went on, you know, with the round butt on that. You know, for me, it fits comfortably. I like the weight of it. I like the weight. It feels good. It feels like you're holding something that isn't a toy. Because there's some, you know, pistols out there on the market. You pick it up and it just feels flimsy. This one feels like a well-machined product. Which brings me into the top 3 that I would change if I was, you know, working at Ruger and wanted to improve upon this pistol.
Sure.
The sharp edges.
You know, it does have, just like that 327 that you have, it has, anywhere that there was a machined surface, it has sharp edges. So it's most noticeable around the hammer area. All the edges of the hammer are sharp and bitey, and super noticeable because your fingers were in there and are in there a lot around this loading gate door. It's got some really sharp edges there. The other place that is really noticeable is the ejector rod. You know, they had to make it kind of half moon because everything's so short to clear everything, and it does have a sharp edge that if you're working it a lot like we were this afternoon, it's got some sharp edges. Yeah.
Also, one of the things I didn't like is the actual the housing for the trigger. It's especially small. It's, you know, it's almost like it's modeled after a woman's petite revolver or a children's revolver. You know, where my finger wants to rest, and then to go into the trigger, I've got to, you know, manipulate my hand a little bit to get my finger back into into the hole.
See, I'm torn on that because aesthetically, I love it because it's a 3/4 scale pistol or a 2/3 scale pistol, and if it had a full size trigger guard on it, it wouldn't look right. So that's kind of the sacrifice for having such a petite little shopkeeper gun. But I would concur with that.
Yeah.
That it is, and for me, it's problematic to get my finger. I have to shift my grip to get my finger back in there, and then re-get a grip. So it's also far back. But
Yeah.
so that's something to be aware of.
Right. And number 3, you know, it's got to go back to the cylinder issues we were having today. You know, it's the tolerances on it are extremely tight. Some ammunition work better than others. You know, the stuff that we really wanted it to run was the Winchester M22, which, you know, even after a lot of polishing and stuff on that cylinder, we still found it real problemsome, and it still could use some more honing to get things to work even better.
Exactly. I think, you know, I am going to polish this some more, and I'm also going to take some emery paper, and I'm going to just knock the sharp edges off, and be very careful not to mess with the brushed stainless everywhere, but just knock the sharp edges off where we commonly, you know, even up here at the end of the barrel, it's sharp in the screw holes. I'm just going to spend some time smoothing that all out and making it feel organic and natural instead of brand new and fresh off the assembly line sharp.
Yeah, I'm reserving any comments I have on this until we get done and revisit it again. There's a lot of great things about it. There's a lot of things that need improvement, and I think those are improvements that we can make here at the shop.
Right, and you know, that's why we do what we do, Bob. It would be I'm super happy that so far. First, I love the gun. I love the concept. I love the finish. I like everything about it. And I also like the fact that I can fix anything that the 3 bottom things that we didn't like about it are perfectly fixable for me. But it's also something that if somebody that wasn't comfortable doing all of those things may be frustrated when they got this and disappointed. So
yeah. So any caveats we have, they are minor, but you know, for some people, sometimes it's the little things that count.
Sure. So I'm looking forward to dehorning it, finishing. I'm gonna do another round of polishing on the chambers, and then we will revisit this again because I think it's a great pistol, and I want to see it running 100% and revisit it with the viewers at 100%.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions regarding the LIPSEY'S Special Edition Bearcat Shopkeeper, please post your comments and questions down below. But for right now, you know, a big thanks to LIPSEY'S and their help with us getting this in the shop today.
That's right. As always, you can't take back a bullet, and you never, ever, ever want to wish that you could. So follow the 4 basic safety rules, and also, if you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. We just hit 10,000 subs.
Yeah.
We're just amazed, and we're grateful for each and every one of you. So if you're a new viewer, go ahead and subscribe. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so stay safe, shoot straight. Catch you on the next one.
Unloaded one. Freaking bugs!